the ground in Florida, and we are continuing to track it all right here for you on Live Now from Fox. I want to take you out onto the ground right now in Florida. That is where we have storm chaser Mike Boylan of Mike's Weather Page joining us with the latest. Mike, and Mike, what can you tell us? Where are you at right now, and what's the situation like?
Yeah, you can feel it. The winds are picking up. A lot of flooding going on the roadways, blinding rains. The wind's whipping up a little more than I thought this early. You know, we're still talking about a landfall into the night. But you can see the clouds behind me. They're racing in. I'm getting close to Bradenton, Florida, and we're going to ride it out there a little bit and see. You know, it looks like it's somewhere between Bradenton, Sarasota, and the south part of Tampa Bay there. So we'll end up somewhere in between. But definitely at Erie, you know, there's nothing, no gas stations. Everything's boarded up. It's like a ghost town, pretty much the last 40 miles that I've been on.
In a way, that's a good thing. That means the people heeded the warnings to get out of there. So that in a way is good. But it has to be a scary situation when it turns into a ghost town in the middle of the week there in Florida.
Yeah, it's surreal. I mean, we don't, you know, this is once in a lifetime for a lot of folks. These evacuations, you know, my phone's been going off every time you enter a new county. Your phone goes into a new warning of some sort, and it's kind of eerie. Now we get these feeder bands. We're getting one right now. I'm underneath a gas station awning, but these feeder bands come in and they're just sideways rains, blinding rains. We had multiple tornado warnings, like you mentioned there. That's been the story. The unbelievable footage coming in with these tornadoes. I mean, crazy. Like, there's going to be tornado warnings, but whether or not they ever, verify, that's been the story so far.
And Mike, for those tornado warnings, do you expect them to continue really throughout the afternoon and evening as the storm pushes through?
Yeah, I can't see why not. The core of the storm is still over the Gulf, and these isolated feeder bands that come in off the Gulf, they're going to be strong. So yes, they're always the case, and I'm sure they'll extend that watch into the overnight hours, which is never fun anytime, but definitely overnight tornadoes are not anything you want to have, that's for sure. But yeah, luckily it's weakening a little bit. It's still Category 4, and it's a race. This thing's it's not going to have a lot of time to weaken. That's what we're worried about. This surge. The widening winds and this rain. My local hometown of Pinellas County, I just got a flash flood warning, and that's going to be the story too. This rain's got nowhere to go, and it's coming down fast.
Yeah, and is it still expected from your latest look there at the models, 11 p.m. midnight Eastern landfall? What are you seeing right now with your track?
Well, typically I've learned over the years they always seem like they come in a little earlier than they expected. So, they were saying 1-2 o'clock a.m. It looks like it's going to be right at sundown. We're going to start seeing the worst of it come in. The eyewall gets there usually. The feeder bands and the eyewall get there a good hour or two before the actual eye. So I think we'll be into daylight hours and be here a little quicker than some might have thought. Which is good. Get in here and get out of here so people can get back to normal tomorrow.
Yeah, that's so true. And lastly, Mike, just talk to us a little bit more about the storm surge and really that being a major factor in warnings that'll continue on this West Coast here.
Yeah, it's so, the surge is so dependent on that track, but somebody unfortunately is going to get that 10 to 15 foot. We saw Helene with 6 to 7 foot, what it did up and down the coast here. I can't even imagine some of these folks now dealing double that. So unfortunately, this is a powerful storm that's pushing a lot of water. We don't know what kind of surge is coming, but I know that, Katrina weakened to a 3 and it pushed 28 foot. Now that's not the forecast, but I'm just saying a weakening system still pushes a lot of water. And that's, you can't let your guard down thinking, oh, that thing's weakened. There's been a lot of hurricanes push a lot of water that have been weakening on the approach.
Yeah, so true. Mike Boylan with Mike's Weather Page. Thanks again for joining us as always on Live Now and giving us the latest updates. Stay safe and continue to do what you do best there and provide everyone the updates from the ground. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Take care. All right, we'll continue to check in there with Mike. He always does such a great job. You could find him on X at Tropical Update, and he always provides not only the latest radar systems, but also video from the ground there as he continues